The raccoons had been caught meddling and unleashing more than just confusion. It had drawn danger. Sir Reginald and Sir Rodney stood in the courtyard of Camelot beside King Arthur and Merlin, watching a second tear flicker in the sky like lightning frozen in place. Merlin's expression darkened. "The timeline is unraveling faster than I feared." A roar echoed in from the rift. From its glowing edge, emerald and twisted night, clad in a jagged black armor, hits from form flickering as if existed in several moments at once. Arthur drew his sword. "What creature dares threaten Camelot?" The figure spoke in a voice like a grinding stone. "I am that which becomes when time is broken and this kingdom falls." The raccoons squeaked frantically, scrambling at Merlin's feet as if trying to warn him. Sir Rodney stepped forward. "That thing has come through the time rift because of us. If we don't stop it, there will be no future left." Sir Reginald raised his shield. "Then we stand with you, your majesty." Arthur nodded at once. "Fight with honor." The battle was swift and chaotic. The shadow knight moved unpredictably, flickering forward and backward in time. Blows that seemed to land would suddenly miss. Strikes that hadn't even been thrown yet suddenly appeared. "Rodney!" Reginald shouted. "Watch his pattern. Predict it. It repeats." Rodney's eyes lit up. "Of course. It's trapped in a loop." The raccoons darted forward at the moment, chittering loudly. One leapt into the shadow night, dropping a glowing gear directly into the crack in its armor. The creature faltered its movement, suddenly slowed. "Now!" Arthur commanded. With a unified charge, Arthur, Reginald, and Rodney struck together. Their blades hit true this time, the magic of the moment aligning. The shadow night shattered into fragments of fading light, dissolved into the air. The courtyard felt silent. The rift above began to shrink. The glowing dimming of the raccoons gathered their scattered ticking devices. Merlin guided them, adjusting the strange clockwork with his careful hands. At last, the tear closed completely. Time for the moment was whole again. King Arthur turned to the two strangers. "You have come from a world beyond our world, faced a threat not of your own making, and fought with courage and loyalty." He stepped forward, raising his sword. "Sir Reginald, though you arrived here by accident, you have proven yourself to be true knights of Camelot." Sir Reginald knelt first, stunned, Rodney quickly followed, grinning despite himself. Arthur touched Reginald's shoulder with his blade. "Rise, Sir Reginald of the timeless path." Then Rodney, "Rise, Sir Rodney of the unshaken." The court erupted in cheers, and the two raccoons clapped their tiny paws. Merlin leaned close to Arthur. "Shall we send them home?" Arthur smiled slightly. "In time. I suspect that Camelot could use knights who understand unusual problems." Sir Rodney whispered to Reginald. "Well, this has turned out to be better than I expected." Sir Reginald sighed for once. He was smiling. "Just keep those raccoons away from any more machinery." The raccoons, of course, immediately began tinkering again. Sir Reginald and Rodney stood atop Camelot's highest tower, gazing at the night sky where once it had been calm. Faint ripples of shimmering light still flickered, reminders that the time had not been fully healed. Merlin joined them, stroking his beard thoughtfully. Two raccoons sat beside him, unusually quiet, clutching their strange ticking devices. "You wish to return home," Merlin said at last. Sir Reginald nodded. "As honored as we are to serve Camelot, our world, our duties, they remain behind us. Or in front of us, wherever they are." Sir Rodney added, "And judging by those ripples, our presence here might still be causing trouble." Merlin gave a faint smile. You are perceptive. Time has a memory. It wants you where you belong. One raccoon held up a crooked assembly of gears that glowed brighter than before. You believe they can fix it? Rodney asked. With guidance, Merlin said, and with something more. King Arthur approached them, his cloak shifting in the wind. Name it! Merlin turned. The rift that brought them here was a chaotic accidental. And to send them back safely, we must create a stable moment, a single point where time aligns between worlds. Sir Reginald frowned. And how is such a thing achieved? Arthur's gaze was steady. Through a deed strong enough to anchor it, a moment of courage that echoes across time itself. Rodney grinned. So, another quest then! The opportunity came sooner than expected. The messenger arrived at dawn, breathless and pale. Your Majesty, a village to the north is trapped. The same strange light time is repeating itself. Merlin's eyes sharpened. There it is! A fracture point. Arthur wasted no time. We ride! The village was caught in a loop. Farmers regenerated the same motions. A bucket fell from a well again and again. A child laughed, the same laughed endlessly. The air hummed with unstable magic. At the center stood swirling distortion, larger than before, and from it emerged another twisted figure, larger, more powerful, its armor shifting like molten shadow. This one won't be like the last, Rodney muttered. Merlin stepped forward. This fracture feeds on instability. You must act together, perfectly synchronized. Reginald nodded. In a single moment! The raccoons scattered, placed growing gears around the distortion. The air began to vibrate as their strange machine formed, each piece clutching its place in an unnatural precision. Arthur raised his sword. Knights of Camelot and Knights of Beyond Time, stand ready! The battle began. The creature lashed out, its attacks passing in and out of existence. But this time they were ready. Now! Rodney called. Reginald blocked the strike. Arthur stepped in exactly as it flickered. Rodney timed his charge with the rhythm of the repeating loop. And at the same exact moment, the raccoon's device pulsed. All three stuck together. The world seemed to pause. The blow landed, not just in space, but in time itself. The creature shattered, completely collapsing into a burst of light that rippled outward. Breaking the loop, the village fell still, and then everything resumed naturally, safely. Back in Camelot, the sky had changed. A single steady rift shimmered above the court, not chaotic but calm, like a doorway waiting to be opened. Merlin nodded in satisfaction. You have created the anchor. This is your moment. The raccoons chittered proudly, turning a final gear, and the portal brightened. Arthur stepped forward, placing a hand on each knight's shoulder. You came to us by chance, but you leave as legends. Rodney smiled. Trying to keep things interesting without us. Sir Reginald bowed deeply. It has been an honor beyond words, Your Majesty. One raccoon scampered up, placed a small glowing gear onto Rodney's hand. A keepsake. I guess we made friends after all, Rodney said softly. The portal widened, and with one final glance at Camelot, the knights stepped through and the light swallowed them. They landed exactly where they had begun, beside the bushes, and the world quiet and unchanged. Sir Reginald looked around slowly. Home! Sir Rodney checked the glowing gear in his hand and gave one last soft tick, and then it went still. From the bushes came a faint rustle. Both the knights froze. Two familiar raccoons peeked out, chittering maliciously. Rodney groaned. "Oh, no." Reginald sighed. Through a small smile crept across his face. "Round two, then."